If you aren't sick of all the crossovers I showed you here in New York, Hyundai wants to show you yet one more. This is an all-new version of the company's best-selling Santa Fe. This is the 4th generation. Let's take a first look. So here in SUV Crazy America, the Santa Fe is the company's important model. This is the brand's first SUV, and honestly, Hyundai has sold over 1.5 million of them since introducing the nameplate back in the early 2000s. You can see the design of this all-new one is definitely different. It's actually, Hyundai is kind of taking a new design direction with their SUVs that they first showed on the Kona, and what the Santa Fe looks like is basically a bigger version of the Kona. Now, the front end is certainly very polarizing. You have the latest version of Hyundai's cascading waterfall-style grille. The grille certainly looks nice. It's the front fascia, the headlights, which are definitely unique to this car. They are taking a design playbook here, or page here, from the Jeep Cherokee, whereas Jeep went with a more conservative look. They've separated the actual LED running light from the headlight. The LED running light here is at the top with the LED headlight at the bottom. I actually didn't like it in pictures, but now that I'm seeing it in person, I think it's much better looking. I also like the LED fog lights on this particular one. It's certainly a much more distinctive design. It'll help the Santa Fe stand out, especially as this segment gets more crowded. Now, this vehicle used to be offered in two names. It was the Santa Fe, which is the bigger 7-passenger, and the Santa Fe Sport. Hyundai has dropped the Santa Fe Sport. Instead, what they're doing is the Santa Fe will now just be the 5-passenger version, and then there'll also be a Santa Fe XL, a slightly longer one to accommodate a 3rd row of seats. Now, these wheels on this particular one are 19-inch wheels. They kind of have the traditional black inner spokes. They certainly look attractive. And then I'm also noticing here the black plastic cladding to give this vehicle a more rugged and athletic look to it. Now, dimensionally, this vehicle actually has increased in size compared to the regular Santa Fe Sport. Its wheelbase has been stretched by 2.5 inches, and the overall length is rightly around 3 inches longer than the previous generation to give this obviously a little bit more interior space. Now, following me over to the rear of the vehicle, it's also equally different. I see a lot of design cues here taken from maybe Infiniti or even Nissan with the taillight design. I really like the actual 3-dimensional look to it, how it has these individual LEDs that kind of give it a unique shape to it. It's certainly very different. It helps it stand out. So underneath the hood of the new Santa Fe, there's actually a surprise. Hyundai has pretty much updated every powertrain on this vehicle. The V6 is gone. Instead, the base motor is a 2.4-liter GDI 4-cylinder with 185 horsepower. Now, this one has the upgraded 2-liter turbo motor with direct injection. It makes 235 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. However, the biggest surprise is Hyundai is introducing a diesel on this. It's a 2.2-liter diesel 4-cylinder turbo, of course. That one makes 190 horsepower. However, it makes 322 pound-feet of torque. That's the one I'm most interested to drive. Now, all engines are paired out with an 8-speed automatic, 2 more gears than the previous model. It's a Hyundai design transmission, and you can take your pick between front or the company's signature H-Track all-wheel drive system. They haven't announced fuel economy yet. They will do that at a later time, but let's take a look at the interior and see how they've changed that for this year. So just like the exterior, the interior has been completely redone, and it also is taking a lot of the new design changes that we've seen on other Hyundai products. It adopts the tablet-style floating screen here that we've seen on some of the newer Hyundai vehicles, and overall, the interior is certainly very unique, just like the exterior. I do see some nice touches in here. There's some stitching, the faux kind on the dash. It's soft touch. It's soft touch on this portion here. It's also soft touch with some interesting textured aluminum look trim with some looks like real aluminum in some of the pieces here. It's honestly pretty nice. Now, the infotainment system, this is the latest version of the Hyundai BlueLink telematics. It does have Android Auto. It has Apple CarPlay, which is good. This one also has heated and cooled seats, a heated steering wheel. The steering wheel itself is also new. No paddles on the wheel, which I'm okay with. It's a family car. But the gauges also have a bigger LCD screen than them. And then the shifter is a pretty traditional shifter here for the controlling of the 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, in terms of safety, this is a family vehicle. Hyundai is actually introducing one new thing where they call it like exit assist. Now, the car has radar sensors for the blind spot, and apparently if you unlock the rear doors and the car sees there's a car coming, even if the rear door is unlocked, it'll actually stop or keep the door locked until the car has passed, so that way your kids don't open the door into oncoming traffic, which, can be a problem if you guys live in congested areas. But the front seats also feel relatively comfortable. It's pretty spacious in here. You have a good view out of the front, but let's take a look at the back seats and see how the space is back there. So the rear of this particular one, this is the 5-passenger model. So it's actually a really good amount of space. I'm really impressed. Now Hyundai did say they will still offer an occasional use third row on the larger XL, but it only comes with the diesel engine, surprisingly, which is okay with me. I'm really very interested to test out the diesel. Now you can see here, looking at the space, I like how the floor is flat here, so you could actually put 3 people across. And the legroom here is pretty generous. I mean, there's plenty of foot space here. It's a nice low flat floor. The bench has this really nice thigh cushion here, so I'm pretty comfortable. Now in terms of materials, there's soft touch here on this upper portion. There's a nice little sunshade here. It's heated rear seats with vents. There's also this cool little cubby here to put cell phones. It's kind of rubberized, so it'll keep your stuff from moving around. And then Hyundai gives you 2 USB ports and then a regular household power outlet. So I mean, overall, the second row here is really nice. The pano sunroof is one of the largest in the industry. It goes all the way back past my head, which is really nice. It lets in a lot of light. But you can expect this new Santa Fe to go on sale in the summer of 2018, so later this year, with no pricing yet announced. They'll do that at a later date. For Redline Reviews at the 2018 New York International Auto Show, I'm Sophie Hyundai. In terms of the cargo area, it won't let me open it. It's okay. We can just cut it there. I don't have to show the cargo area.